Hello and welcome to today's Yin Yoga video. This video is especially designed for runners or for people practicing sports that are very intense for the leg muscles. In this video, we are going to stay in poses for quite some time in order to reach the very deepest tissues of our muscles. So in Yin Yoga, if we have a scale from 1 to 10, we are only going to choose an intensity of 4 or 5, as we're going to stay in the poses for quite a long time. So if this is your first Yin Yoga video, make sure that whenever you enter a pose, you find a comfortable position and do not overstretch, as we're going to remain in the pose for a long time anyway. So whenever we reach a pose, we're trying to adjust the body to remain in this position and then also adjust the breath. If you feel pain in the beginning, you can always release some of the tension or try to send your breath to the particular area of the body that we're going to train. So this video is designed for sports people, and as we have different types of exercises, you will need 1 or 2 blocks. You can also take a thick book or any kind of object that has this shape more or less, and you need a strap. I have a very thin strap because this is from the yoga mat, it's wrapped around it, but you can also take any belt you have at home for some support in certain exercises. So let us begin in a seated position. You can close your eyes in the beginning to arrive on your mat and to bring the focus to yourself, to your body and your soul. We are now here to do something beneficial to our body that is carrying us every day with our 2 feet, thousands of steps every day, and that is also there for us for our physical exercise every day, for running, for skiing, or any kind of other sports. So let us dedicate this practice to our body to give it some flexibility and strength and relaxation. You can open your eyes and remain in a seated position. You will need 1 block for the first exercise. So we're going to remain seated but in a different way. We'll lock in the toes here and then come back up to this pose. This is a very intense stretch for the feet. So if you don't feel comfortable, you might want to place a block in between your heels, or you can also have an additional block in front of you to place your hands on. So try to find the right position for you so you don't have too much intensity or pain, so that you will be able to hold that pose for a couple of minutes. Once you've found your position, bring your attention to your breath and try to breathe normally in and out, and maybe even slow down your breath a little bit. If you experience a strong tension in your feet, try to exhale and visualize that you send your breath to this particular part of the body. So with every exhale, visualize the tension muscles becoming longer and more relaxed. On your next exhale, slowly relieve the pressure and step by step come out of the pose, removing the first block and maybe the second one. And then release your feet and sit down on your feet in a reverse position just for a few breaths. We're then going to sit down and take our feet close to us so the soles of your feet are touching. Pull them closer to you, and then we place the hands beside our upper body and roll down to lay down on our back. If this is too intense, you can place a block under each knee, or you just let your knees drop to the side, and you can adjust your shoulders and your feet for a moment to find into this pose. Let us focus once again on the breath and visualize that with every exhale, your knees are sinking a little bit deeper towards the ground, and your inner thighs become longer and longer. Slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Place your hands on your thighs and press together. your legs to bring them back to center. Maybe you want to move your legs a little bit. And then come back up to center. Let us continue with a forward fold. So you extend both legs to the front, and then if you like, have one block ready. So we're going to walk forward step by step with the hands. And as this is a leg stretch, make sure that your legs are down on the mat. If you like, you can hold on to your feet and bend forward. If this is not intense enough for you, you can place one block in front of your feet and actually hold on to the block. Choose the right option for you that you will be able to hold for a couple of minutes. Your neck and head is relaxed, and your main focus is on the stretch in your legs. If you can, try to get a little bit deeper into the stretch for the remaining time. Slowly prepare to come out of the pose by very gently releasing your hands and walking back step by step to come to an upright position. We're going to continue with lizard pose. So for that one, you want to have at least one block ready. Start from tabletop position. So from here, let's bring forward the left foot. Make sure that it's really in front so the knee is not tipping over the foot. You can have a 90 degrees angle like this or have an even larger angle. So when you place your hands here, This is the basic option if you already feel a stretch in the hamstrings and in the hips. But if you like, you can also use the blocks in the chosen height for you to even come down to the elbows. If you don't want to use the blocks and if you're very flexible, you can even place your elbows down on the mat. From here, slowly come back up, remove the blocks, and we're simply going to bend back so the weight is more or less on the knee here, and you can once again use the blocks on the side. Now pull your toes towards you, and we're going to stretch the second part of this side. Make sure your hips are straight. You can either have a straight back or a round back, that doesn't matter. You should just feel a stretch in your left leg. Exhale, slowly come out of the pose. Bring back both knees to one side and come into child's pose just for a short moment. Then going to prepare for the second side. Bring the blocks in front of you. This time we step forward with the right leg. and find the right stretching position for this side. Sometimes not both sides are the same, so you might want to use blocks on one side but not on the other. That's perfectly okay. Slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Bring your foot down to the mat. If you like, you can use once again the blocks on each side and come back with an extended leg, flex foot to the back side of the leg stretch. Also try here that with every exhale you sink a little bit deeper into the stretch. Slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Remove the blocks and come back to child's pose just for a few breaths. We're then going to have one block on the side of our hips and one in front, and we'll come into swan pose. So bring the right knee in front of you and then place a block underneath your hip so you can sit down a little bit on that block, and the second one, if you wish, underneath your forehead. If this position is too intense for you, you can either set the block to a higher height or you simply remain up here with your hands. So find the right position for you and come into swan pose. Slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Remove the block underneath the hip. And we're going to change side right away. Bring forward the left knee, move back a little bit so you can place the block underneath your hips. And then once again, come down to the mat and find your position. With the next exhale, prepare to come out of the pose. Remove the block and step back for a short child's pose. We're then going to lay down on our back and make sure that we have a strap ready. We're going to extend the right leg and wrap the strap around the left foot. We're then going to extend the left leg, flex the foot so the toes are facing towards us, and we're then going to gently pull the leg towards our upper body. If you have a strap, it doesn't matter whether your hands are on your belly or if they're all the way up. Myself, I prefer to just have them hanging and pull the leg towards me with the weight of my arms. We're then going to bring together the two parts of the strap and move the leg outwards. Slowly bring the leg back up again. We're going to grab the knee from the outer side and press the knee over, across. You can extend your arm and turn your head towards the left and just remain in this stretch for a short while. Come back to center. We're then going to wrap the strap around the right leg and start with the extended leg to the top. We're then going to lower the leg to the side and still pull the strap towards us. Bring the leg back to center, remove the strap, and push the right leg towards the left now. And look behind your right shoulder, just for a short while. Come back to center, and then you can place your legs both on the mat, readjust your shoulders, and come down for Shavasana. Bring your attention only to your breath and follow along your body in thoughts. We're going to remain in stillness for a while and feel what has changed in our body and how we have acquired relaxation. you're ready, find your way back to your physical body and to the place where you are right now. You can gently roll over to one side of the mat and remain there with your eyes closed for a short moment. Whenever you are ready, you can then push yourself up back to a seated position and keep your eyes closed. It is now time to say thank you to your body, to your legs and your feet that are carrying you every day with the thousands of steps. And we have given them some relaxation with this practice. So you can fold your hands in front of your heart, bow forward, bring them to your forehead, and close this practice with a namaste. If you like the practice, I would be very happy if you give it a thumbs up, and if you don't want to miss the next videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you soon again here. Thank you very much, and goodbye.